Another turn in the weather pattern will be taking place here as we step into the weekend. Now, starting off our Friday, very pleasant day. We are noting that our Friday starts off with temperatures here anywhere from about upper 40s there into Medicine Bow, 52 into Laramie and Cheyenne, 56 into Scottsbluff, to 50 into Lusk, where we start the day off with some sunshine, and we will bring in our last warm day here, at least into the weekend forecast. But we're seeing that as we still have some warmth, we're also going to start to show the changes where some thunderstorms are going to be possible. Now, the threat for our Friday here does remain minimal. There's chances, but we'll note that we have some better chances that will fall into the weekend, as what we'll see towards the weekend is that we have some decreasing temperatures, but an increasing thunder threat. Our coolest of the temperatures will come into our Sunday, Monday, and that's where our best thunderstorm chances will lie when it comes down to at least some coverage of some showery weather, as well as putting some moisture into our soils. Not the threat for severe weather, but there could be a few cells that could produce some gusty winds or some small to large hail, so we'll watch that threat. But then we are expected to turn back around to some of the weather like we've had in the previous days, where we have widespread sunshine and some of those 80s to 90s possible for highs. Now, we still have those 80s to 90s on the board here for our Friday, as we have sunshine to start off the day. But as we head into the afternoon, we pull into that northwesterly flow, still able to top off upper 80s to 90s, but then that storm threat pushes in, as what we'll see is that a low is going to start to organize into the central plains. That's going to bring some severe weather across Nebraska and Kansas along that warm front, with the cold front quickly swinging behind it. That cold front, as it drops its way across the Rockies, might be able to trigger at least a few cells, especially sliding across areas of I-80. So what we'll notice that there's going to be a pretty quiet sky to start off with. And this little wave here, that's what's going to fire up some of the stronger storms there in Nebraska. And then the second wave, that's that cold front that's going to be sliding through, allowing for a few showers to ride along areas of I-80. So not everyone going to watch accumulation from the system, as this is kind of the trigger of what will bring better accumulation potential as we head through the rest of the weekend. But with such gorgeous weather around again, we got to stay wary of being outdoors. If you hear thunder roar, head indoors. So as we look at our conditions here, again, still 80 to 90 degree weather, so still very summer-like day, and giving that summer-like touch with the cherry on top with those storm threats. By Saturday, completely different temperatures change here, as we are back into the 70s area wide. Now, these temperatures not frigid. This is what's seasonal for this time of the year, but it's going to feel much cooler, especially after being into the 80s, near 90s the last few days. This is going to feel cool. And on top of that, that's where we start to talk about these better storm chances that will fall from Saturday into Monday, where that temperature trend does hover around even upper 60s to mid 70s. Then as we head into the rest of next week, we'll be back to that turnaround of that pattern. We'll at least mention a stray thunderstorm on Tuesday where temperatures start to warm, but then we'll dry out, and watch that we'll be heading back towards those 90s again.